Hello, Gene Schwimmer here. Welcome to today's vlog. Today's going to be a good day for me because it's going to be the first day in a while where I haven't had to do a Joe Biden dementia update. I've done 4 or 5 in the last week. In other words, so many that I've actually lost count of how many I've had to do. But I don't have to do one today. Nothing happened today that would require me to do one, so I get a break from doing Joe Biden dementia updates. And I'm going to take advantage of my little respite to start a new series of vlogs, occasional vlogs, or I should say updates, a new series of updates. And I think I'm going to have another new series of updates in the very next vlog or one soon after. But today we are doing a perfect presidential election update, my first perfect presidential election update, because we are required, or we YouTubers are required to say that the election, the November 3rd election, that it was perfect, that the election was not stolen. If you say that, then your vlog is taken down. So I have to say the election was perfect. Everything was in order, and we are so lucky to have, despite my Joe Biden dementia updates, 4 or 5 in the past week, even with the dementia that we've been seeing from Joe Biden, he's still the best president we've ever had, and I am so thankful that we had a perfect election. So I'm just going to share a story that came in today, an article. I'm going to just, I'll give you the headline in a second, but the purpose of the article is just because we had a perfect election, so I'm just giving you little articles, or I will as we go along in the occasional update of just how perfect the election was. So here's today's headline of this, well, an example of how perfect the election was. This is it's just a news story. 5 people charged with voter fraud in Illinois' DA's office, District Attorney's office. 5 people are being accused of various election fraud related cases during the November 3rd election, according to the DuPage County State's Attorney's Office in Illinois. Those who were charged well, it was a perfect election. Just let me repeat again, it was a perfect election. And just as part of this perfect election, those who were charged include Colleen A. Kirchhoff, 60, of Naperville, Thomas E. Wojciechowski, I hope I'm getting that right, 73, of Carroll Stream, and Adam P. Butler, 51, officials said in the release about this perfect election that we had. Once again, perfect election, regarding which 5 people altogether were charged with voter fraud. So for these 3, Kirchhoff was charged with forgery and perjury after she allegedly attempted to cast a ballot for someone else. Butler was charged with a count of forgery and 1 count of perjury in election code. Wojciechowski was charged with 1 count of perjury in election code, officials said. 2 others, Derek Kent, 43, and Amy Kent, 41, of Austin, Texas, were charged with 1 count of perjury in the election code. And, well, just a couple more stories, but that's it for the perfect election. Perfect election. I just wanted to share this story with you related to this perfect election that we had, where everything was perfect. But I just will just add a couple more items from this article having nothing to do with the November 3rd election, which was perfect, by the way. Last week, the mayor pro tem of a Northern California city resigned from office after pleading guilty to election fraud charges. In Aberdeen, Mississippi, a judge ordered a new runoff election for a city alderman seat after more than 3/4 of absentee ballots cast in the June 2020 Democratic runoff election were found to be invalid, while a notary involved in the election was arrested. So this is, well, 3/4 of the absentee ballots cast in the June 2020 Democratic runoff election in Aberdeen, Mississippi were invalid. But of course, This has nothing to see here regarding the millions of mail-in ballots, absentee ballots that were just mailed out just to everybody on the voter rolls, whether they were dead or alive, out of state, no matter what happened, just mass mailing. Some people got multiple ballots in certain states where the election official, not the election officials, the state officials, state attorneys general, governors, the courts, well, thank God they took it upon themselves. They didn't rely, as the Constitution requires, they didn't wait for the legislatures of these states to pass laws or to change their election laws. They took it upon themselves, and thank God they did, because that's why we had this perfect election on November 3rd, this perfect election regarding which 5 people were charged with election fraud, but nothing to see here. I just want to emphasize that what happened in Illinois is nothing to see here. Pay no attention to it. I just share it with you because I just like to share things. I'm just one of these kind of guys that like to share things, especially when they have something to do with a perfect presidential election like the one that we just had on November 3rd. This perfect election. So that's it for today. The first perfect presidential election update about the perfect presidential election that we just had. I appreciate your spending your time with me. If you could give me a thumbs up, that would be really great. If you like this video, share it with anybody you think would also like the video. Got any comments? Comment section below the video where you can put questions, suggestions for future topics. You could subscribe. I love getting new subscribers. You could visit my music channel, or, well, I was going to say or, but I should say and. You can visit my music channel and my new cooking channel. Links to both in the description. But most of all, come back and see me again. I would love to see all of you again. I look forward to seeing all of you again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.